Welcome back, everybody. We are back together here with another video, and we're going to be talking about Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny. We got some news about Disney too, right? At Disney World, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about Disney, but for some reason, they want to attack fans that criticize what they're doing. Make no mistake about it, guys. It's not a mistake that they have lost over $1 billion on movies because they're putting out garbage. It's just that simple. If you'd have told me that an Indiana Jones movie 10 years ago would have lost $200+ million, I would have thought you were crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I were to tell you that a Star Wars movie would lose $100+ million, $200 million in Solo, a Han Solo movie, you would have said, man, you're crazy. But guess what? That's actually what happened. And yet and still, Disney continues to go out there and attack fans. So look at this. James Mangold, who is the director of Indiana Jones 5, derides fans as divisive for not liking his deconstruction of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Wow. Why do they do this? Why do you think they keep doing this?
I have no idea.
I mean, but it's common now for them to actually do this because they did the same thing during the Obi-Wan show, which was trash. They kept going out there and calling fans racist and stuff like that. But let's go ahead and dive into what James Mangold actually did have to say here. Because what they did to Indiana Jones in this movie, he goes on, he mentions how, the star is supposed to have a problem. Okay, I'm fine with that. Every star character is supposed to have a problem he's supposed to solve. But the thing is, Disney goes out of their way to deconstruct the characters that George Lucas actually creates. Han Solo, they made him a deadbeat dad. Luke Skywalker, they made him a quitter. And in this place, Indiana Jones, in this movie, he just wants to die.
Yeah, you know what? This reminds me is that they can make Indiana Jones 5 like the movie National Treasure 3, 2 or 3. That we saw
the TV show?
Yeah, that the mom and dad, what's the character name played by Nicolas Cage?
Oh, I don't remember his character's name off the top of my head.
Well, he needs like his father and mother, like his mother to translate the artifact and stuff. And like they all went to, search for, the place,
Right, right.
And, they could do something like that instead.
Yeah, but they just want to go ahead and deconstruct classic characters. They made Indiana Jones, from what we actually understand about this movie, into a grumpy old man.
Yes, but I'm saying that they can make Indiana Jones where Marion and Indiana Jones, they are not divorced, but they go into another adventure, they
did the same thing to Han Solo. He was married to Leia, and then they split him apart in Disney.
But it will be, don't you think it would be nicer if Marion and Indiana Jones goes on another adventure to help his son, which, they won't kill off his son?
Yeah, well, Karen Allen actually came out and said that the original script actually had her in the movie way more with Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it was written by Steven
Spielberg. Yeah. And Steven Spielberg left, and Disney wants to deconstruct characters.
Well, there's a rumor saying Kathleen Kennedy, she wants James Mangold to, have Marion to have Lester.
Yeah, she's in one scene at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
And she wants to put the new girl, the younger girl.
Oh God, yeah, Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yeah,
funny how she's in 2 Lucasfilm movies and they both lost a lot of money. So, but this is what James Mangold actually had to say here. Mangold then accused critics of his deconstruction of being divisive when it was his and Lucasfilm's choice to deconstruct Indiana Jones in the first place. He said, quote, So if people want to be divisive in the age of social media, they can focus on where a character starts as opposed to where they end. Or they can focus on where they end as opposed to where they start. In reality, for Harrison, who's playing this character, he's tracing an arc and he's challenging. I'm sorry, not challenging, but changing through the whole picture. So it all depends on where you're landing and where you're pointing your finger on that timeline he concluded. Ironically, Mangold previously admitted he was deconstructing Indiana Jones and that moviegoers would have to, quote, readjust and retool their brains for this guy. This sounds a whole lot like Rian Johnson Last Jedi to me. Similar to the same thing. He wants to, Rian Johnson didn't say he wants to subvert your expectations. In this case, he's saying readjust and retool your brains. Why would you actually mess up a playbook that was already working? It makes no sense.
Yeah, it just also it doesn't make any sense that, they kill off his son, because at the end of Indiana Jones, the Crystal Skull,
Yeah.
At the end, it seems like his son is curious, he wants to pick up his hat.
Yeah, it was about passing on the torch almost in a way, but
so,
then Indy picks up the hat.
Yeah, but it's so like in Indy 5, they can make like his son is in college and like he, is inspired by his father and want to be, an archaeologist. And then like he step into something, find something and need help, something like that.
But they decided to just kill him off screen.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
kind of funny. We got another Lucasfilm director here, criticizing the fans. Well, they're paying a price at the theme parks here because Walt Disney, look at this, suffers unfathomable attendance drop. We're talking about at Disney World here because look at this here. Disney and all of their wokeness, people aren't showing up to the theme parks like they actually used to show up at. Look at this here. Data from a travel company that tracks line waiting at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida, shows that Independence Day weekend was one of the slowest in nearly a decade, reports the Wall Street Journal. The average posted wait time at the Magic Kingdom Park in Florida, which has a special fireworks display on July 4th, was 27 minutes this year for the holiday, down from 31 minutes in 2022 and 47 minutes in 2019, the touring plans analyst shows. Quote, is something that nobody would have predicted, just unfoundable, says Lynn Testa, a computer scientist who runs touring plans. Testa says wait times rose in the following days. Quote, crowds are relatively light at Universal Orlando too, continues the report. But the average wait time with the Universal Studios Florida theme park was 28 minutes on July 4th, down from 38 minutes in 2022, but in line with 2019 levels. So the wait times at Universal are, quote, in line with 2019. However, the wait times at Disney are down 47 minutes compared to 2019. 47 minutes. People are tuning out of Disney and all their products. They want to groom children. They want to put out garbage. And the theme parks has always been their bread and butter. How many? You've been to Disney World or you've been to Disneyland, right? Most times, right?
Yeah, not all the time.
Yeah,
though.
I went to Disney World back 30 years ago. My high school band actually went there, and we performed at Universal Studios. Went to Disney World. It was a lot of fun back then, but right now, of course, Disney these parks are super expensive too.
Yeah.
So they're not even really attracting people to actually go to the parks. The Star Wars theme park that they built, based off the sequel trilogy, a disaster. That new thing that they built like a year ago or so, shutting down. Not even open up a full year. What is it called? I can't remember the name of it. Some Kathleen Kennedy thing. Not really inspired by Star Wars. Not George Lucas stuff. And it backfired. Amazing. Man.
Yeah.
pretty sad, but not a shocker, that that another Disney director going after the fans. Not surprising. And James Mangold, I like his movies. But I'm not going to see this one. I'm not. Maybe we'll check it out when it comes on digital, just to see how bad it is. So
I don't know who he is.
Did you see Ford versus Ferrari?
No.
I know you watched it with me. You probably don't remember it. It's a good movie. Logan, that's a really good movie. This man's a pretty good director. But when it comes to Disney, man, nobody cares about them anymore. Nobody cares about Lucasfilm anymore. Nothing can save this company. So, well, I think that's going to wrap it up, guys. We'll be back tomorrow with another video because we're shooting 5 days a week now. So
We're
trying to anyway. Yep. All right, guys. Be safe. We'll see you tomorrow.
Goodbye.